Aaron is a 6-year-old second-generation farmer. We've only been farming for 6 years ourselves, but Aaron right away had a massive appreciation for all of the critters on our farm. His kindergarten class did a project where they hatched out 9 baby chicks. Aaron was over the moon. He'd never seen chicks hatch before. After a few weeks, the chicks got too big and they needed to find a permanent home. None of the kids in Aaron's class were able to take any of them. Aaron just knew they were gonna be his. So we sat down and we discussed what it meant to have chickens, the responsibility that he would have. He would have to feed them, he would have to water them. He would take full responsibility for these chickens. And you know, he was more than willing to do all of it. Hey Bob, you think your chickens have to live here for the rest of their life?
No.
Do you think they need a bigger cage?
Yes.
Do you think maybe they'd like to go outside and get some fresh air and maybe eat some grass?
Yes.
Do you think they can do it in this cage?
No.
No, not very well. Well, what would you say that somebody thought that you might like a little bit nicer chicken cage for your chickens? Happy? Would that be pretty cool? And they could go outside and eat like real chickens? Yeah? Hey Bob, I think I see something. Come here. I think you got something.
What?
It looks kind of big.
What?
What's that?
What?
Go look at the box.
What?
Go look at the box. What is it?
I don't know.
Well, what did you see on the box?
Something I don't know.
Well, why don't you look at it closer? What's that a picture of?
Bear
A bear?
or something.
Are you sure? Are you sure this is a bear?
Yeah.
Why don't you look at it some more? Does that look like a chicken?
Oh, it's my chicken box.
Is that your chicken box? All of these are your chicken box? How many boxes are there?
4.
4 boxes?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess we're gonna have to get busy this week and putting it together, huh?
Honestly,
This is gonna be exciting, guys.
alright, Mom, can you help me?
Bob, are you gonna put this together yourself? Are you gonna try? Because you know how to do screwdrivering stuff, right? Yep, you know how to hammer. Apparently he's already off and running with it. Look at it. Say he's reading the manual upside down. See, it says Eglu Cube. This is seriously has the cutest graphics I've ever seen. Look, there's a chicken wearing a hat. There's a chicken pulling a fishing lure. Like he was trying to go fishing. And he's writing, yeah, he wrote omelet. That's a lot of boxes. Well, I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of cutting if we're gonna put the chickens in that area. Or this might take a while. Well, that looks a million times better.
This has a little pitcher, and this is the
water dish. Oh, because it's got a drink on there.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is the A box. They're all lettered. So we decided to go in order with A.
A letter.
Box A also has your directions.
There's a lot of 1 hours.
Alright, so the directions say that it should take about 3 hours to get the run and the chicken coop up. Okay, so the directions are great because they actually show you what's in each box. So I got to thinking that maybe it would. Have to grip on the lumpy stuff. Yep, you got it. Come together. That one's gonna flip up again.
What? Like this, Mom?
So we decided to skip lunch so we could finish making this today. It's like 100% humidity and like 85 degrees right now. So he's definitely a trooper trying to get this thing knocked out. Okay, there you go. Good job. They're getting big, aren't they? Shove her in, shove her. Push, push, push. There you go.
It's a her.
Because she's got a little tiny comb. Oh, get him. Are you getting loose? Push him.
That was kind of fun.
Okay, so
That one?
you gotta be fast on this. Shove. Slow, slow, fast. Good job. Good job, chicken catcher. Shove them in. Push, push, push. Or maybe can we both carry it, you think?
Yeah, maybe.
You got it okay?
Yeah,
No? A little heavy? You want to carry it like that? Good job. All right.
How are we going to move this, Mom?
Well, that's a dandy of a question there, kiddo. I will show you the cool thing about this coop. And you are doing an awesome job putting those through. So we actually are going to move the coop from here up to there because this part was smaller than I was expecting. This thing, you can get optional handles to go across the whole front of it. So you step on it like so, all the way down, and you just knock it into that little garden right there. Look at that. Do the same thing with this guy. And let me tell you, this is a heavy coop, so it's pretty cool that this thing is like staying like that. All right, you ready to see this thing move? Here we go. So I'm sitting here trying to stomp this thing down, and it's like, duh, I forgot. I gotta pull this out of wheel mode, and they just sit like that. Look at that. So the rest of this should be flattening down pretty good. The grass, when you move it, probably want to make sure it's super short because right now it's kind of pancaking upward. But I don't think we're gonna have any issue with anything trying to crawl under this tonight. And I think they do have stakes for this too that you can put in. Otherwise, if you just get some garden stakes or garden staples is what I like to use, and just push them down all over, that'll keep that down and keep critters from trying to pull up on it. All right, the moment of truth. Now,
Hi, Dad.
I did end up zip tying those two doors together just for Aaron's sake. Alrighty. There you go.
It's okay. I think Hi, George.
Well, upon further investigation, I'm glad that we didn't get the chicken fencing up yet, due to the fact that we have two hungry doggies that would very much like to have a chicken dinner. And these guys will eat anything that comes near them. So, the plan had been to run the fencing right next to this fencing. I might have to put it like more over here. So we might put the chicken coop right there and the chicken run going down. Of course, the dogs will still freak out, but at least it won't be right next to them. And then we still have to put the water and food dish in there, which we're gonna do in just a minute. So she's, and Gator's thinking this is gonna be dinner. Oh boy, this could be bad. All right, well, Gator, quit trying to eat the fence.
He's trying to eat the grass.
Now, Gator is smart enough that he probably could flip that end right up and crawl underneath it. So if you have a dog like Gator who insists on eating anything that moves, including cats, other dogs, and miscellaneous chickens, I highly suggest
He's trying to get out.
you staple this down to the ground with some very, very long stakes once you have your area picked out. No chicken dinner for you. Alright, so the chickens are out now, enjoying some of this grass and ready for a nice severe thunderstorm, so it should be a nice welcome home storm for them.
So they're gonna stay down over there and
Yep.
go in there?
Well, they can either hide underneath it. We're gonna put a rain canopy over the top, or they can sit inside there, whichever they are smart enough to do. So first thing this morning, when he woke up, he had to come outside and
look at his chickens. And I just caught him out here again. Still this morning. Hey, Bob. Aw, how nice of you. Are they eating it? Are they eating it? You feeding him clover too? You feeding him clover too? Yeah, there's not much grass in there because it's mostly stems.
Mama.
Ooh, yeah.
They took it out of my hand.
They said that's tasty stuff. I think that's gonna make some. Ooh, yum.
Oh, look at it.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so that actually went up a lot easier once I didn't have to worry about trying to telescope the pole up. Yeah, I mean, you just weave them through. If you had two people, you could get it up lickety-split, no problem. Eric actually did go through and telescope the poles up for me. He didn't have as much of an issue. I think his fingertips are a little bit stronger to be able to punch these things in and pull them at the same time. But if you can't telescope them upward, you know, it's not a big deal. It still looks good even if they're not all the way up. Because really, when you telescope it, all it's doing is just kind of bending this top plastic piece. So I do not have the ropes on it yet to pull the corners back. See if I pull this corner back. See how it tightens that up real good. And I also don't have the stakes in yet, but I want to show you what it looked like so far. Other tips I'd like to mention is before you get that corner post in, you're going to need to make sure that this connects well, because otherwise you're going to run into a gap where they won't touch. So I actually ended up moving this corner inward a little bit more, and then that one in a little bit more, and then I was able to join these two together. And once I joined this together, then I moved the corners back outward to put more tension back on it. And then this door post right here, remember, it does not weave through it. It actually just clips onto it. So other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory. And once you get to the end of your roll, go through and put this post on, and then you can assemble this wall right here. It looks good. It really does.
I honestly think chickens are a great way to introduce kids to farming. Farming isn't just about putting food on the table. It's about taking pride in how you produce it. Any eggs that he earned from his chickens would be collected and sold locally, and then the money that he gained from that would be turned around to purchase more feed for the chickens. Any money left over would be set aside for miscellaneous expenses and maybe, just maybe, profit for himself.
know they will do that.
I think they're saying hi. They say, hey, this is pretty cool, Dad. Because you're the leader.
Chit, chit, chit. Chit, chit.
So I would say from a parent standpoint, this is perfect if you have kids that are into 4-H or just doing chickens as a hobby or as a pet. The small size makes it very manageable. You might want to look at a larger run if you have kids going in there, just because they fill it up full of droppings very quickly and it turns into a mess. The chicken fencing is perfect because he can still interact with the chickens. We can actually move it around periodically in this area if we need to. And still let the chickens free range. The fencing looks great, very easy to install. I was worried the sides might be droopy, but it's beautiful, beautiful fencing. Now obviously something could still chew through it, so I don't recommend leaving your chickens out overnight. And this is the 4-foot tall fencing, so they shouldn't be able to fly over it. Fingers crossed. And overall, I'd say the chickens really enjoy it. They've figured out already that they can go in and out. We'll probably end up having a couple of roosters in this flock, so the flock will be smaller. This coop itself is supposed to only hold like 3 or 4 full-size chickens. So right now we have 9 chickens, but they're obviously not full-size. We'll see where fall brings us. But Aaron's been excited. He loves it. He's been asking me all week to get the fencing up so we can let the chickens out. Once they get a little bit older, they'll start laying eggs, and he can collect the eggs and sell them down at the feed store and use the money to buy more chicken food. So we're trying to raise up the second generation to really respect the land and the animals around him. He was the one that chose chickens. You know, as he gets older, he might move into larger animals, but I think the chickens are a great start. It gives him the chance to produce something from them, sell it, and then use the money to reinvest back into his chicken business. And I think the biggest thing is just making sure your kids are excited about it, whatever they're doing in agriculture. And just make sure that's something they enjoy. If they don't enjoy it, they're not going to keep going at it, and then you lose your next generation of farming. Big thanks to Omelet for sending him this coop. It's just been a perfect fit. I really couldn't have asked for a better setup for a 6-year-old with chickens, especially trying to start his own chicken business. There you go. Perfect.